Man, the camera makes you look rough. I don't look this rough right now in real life. Like, I don't feel this rough because this looks rough, but I don't feel that rough. Not had a chance lately to really do what I started this this channel. See, the word podcast almost come out of my mouth again. Haven't really had the chance to do what I started this this YouTube channel for, which was to kind of just vlog a little bit, just talk about things. The reading of the poetry and the dealing with the books and stuff, that all came second. Like, that was an afterthought. Putting the podcast stuff on here, that was just an afterthought. Like, I didn't set out to do that. I set out for this to be a page where I just kind of come talk about stuff. And, like, I'm not that conceited or arrogant that I think, man, I have such important things to say and people really want to hear them. Not at all. Like, it's hard to put stuff like this out, especially a lot of it, because you feel weird in doing it, you know, and I've talked about that numerous times. But when people do react to things, like, it feels good. Like, you know, you get a rush of emotion, and it feels great to have that. So, of all the videos I've posted, you know, a lot of them have got a lot more views than this video, but the What I Want to Do When I Grow Up, that one got the most reaction from people talking to me, especially people that I really respect and people that I want to listen to these types of things, and people I want to have discussions with pertaining to stuff like that, because that's kind of what pushed this off. Was I want to sit down and discuss these things with people, but, you know, with different people all the time, and you run out of people. You run out of people you can discuss it with, so you're kind of stuck in this I don't know, in this limbo of, okay, I've worn my wife out with this, or I've done this person with this, so I kind of like to get on here and just talk about these things, and when people go, man, that's what was on my mind, and we get to have real discussions about it face to face after I do these, that makes it fun, and that makes it worthwhile, and I enjoy those more than anything. But I don't believe in luck. It's what I've always said. It's a weird word by definition alone. Like, it's weird to say someone's lucky or someone's unlucky. Chance maybe is real. I don't know, but luck, I've always had a problem with maybe conceding to luck being real. I've had a run of what I would call not preferred outcomes over the last month, you know. Had a very good job. Was laid off from the job. But, you know, things were in place to take care of that. Those things got complicated. It's been a long run of those things. But then, like, today, in particular, things had went really good and felt really good for days, even though the main situation hadn't changed. And then today, I realize I'm relying on these people to do this thing and they drop the ball, and I'm relying on these people to do this thing and they drop the ball, and I should have been checking on both these people and to make sure the ball wasn't dropped, because these two people are large entities who don't have my best interest at heart. Not that they don't, but it's not on the bottom line of profit, so they're not as attentive to that as they are to other things. But all these things just happened, boom, 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 boom. And I got really down, really down. And I didn't go train jiu-jitsu tonight because of that. And that's something that baffled me in hindsight looking back, because that's something that instantly would have made me feel better. I've had to miss due to medical stuff a lot as of late, and financial things. But to miss because I felt bad, the one thing that it's designed to do uh, seems idiotic, and it was. But there I am in that pity, in that just, man, it's not going my way. I'm being one of them dudes, and I don't like being one of them dudes. If I can't catch a break, man, it's not going my way, and things are not working out for me. I try too hard for it to not go my way, and I work too hard, and I'm too good a guy, and I try to do right and be honest, and things should automatically happen for me because of those things. And I've told myself that for years. I believe that. I mean, I've believed that with every ounce of my being for years. I do the right thing and do right by people and do things because it's right, and good things will happen to me. Today, when I was bummed out and I didn't feel good, it was like bam, bam, bam. 2 or 3 things in a row happened. A really good friend calls and goes, man, you are in need of X, and I have that laying around not using it. Let me loan that to you and help you get started in this. And then, somebody messaged me and provides me a really cool opportunity. And then a really good friend, messaged me and like, hey, I listened to this, and man, that's exactly how I'm feeling, and that made me feel this. And so there I was, it's like a serotonin injection or a dopamine feed right back to bam. Okay, I'm back. All right, things aren't going exactly the way I wanted them to go, but I'm back, and these things are going this way, and that feels good. And then there was a little issue, nothing huge. My wife called, and I'd messed something up that I shouldn't have messed up. Like I'd just made a dumb move, and didn't catch it. And it almost made a headache for her. And I was like, man, can I catch a break? I was like, I caught myself saying that, and I don't hardly ever say that because I don't like that mentality if I can't catch a break. And I thought, I try to be honest and I try to be right. Where's the reciprocation for that? And so that's what I thought about. That's what I sat down and really got in my head and focused on for the longest time. What is owed to me for being a good person and doing the right thing? Does something come in return for that? Is karma real? Are you owed due to the fact that you did the right thing? Does the universe owe you something for it? Well, no. It don't. You do the right thing because it's the right thing. You treat people right because it's the right way to treat people. You're good and fair with people because you should be good and fair with people. And expecting something in return for that means you did it for the wrong reason. So the universe doesn't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Life doesn't owe you anything. And life's not going to give you anything based on what you give other people. And that's a realization I'd never come to until today. I feel almost idiotic by it because I had lived a whole life tied to that belief system that do right by people and right will be done to you. That's true in regards to a relationship with the right type of people. I have good friends in my life, and if I do right by them, they're probably going to do right by me regardless, because I have good people in my life. I have good parents, I have a good wife, I have good children, good in-laws. Those people are going to do right by me. I don't worry about that. But the rest of the world isn't necessarily going to do that. And you don't automatically earn good deeds directed in your direction because you committed good deeds directed in somebody else's direction. And if you committed those good deeds with the intention, like I did, because that's what I was doing, I was setting myself up in my mind for success and for a good life, because as long as I was being good and doing the right thing, then the right thing would be good and be reciprocated back to me. That's the way the universe works. The universe doesn't think on that level. It doesn't function on that level. It doesn't work on that level. I look now, and that's irrational. To even think that way was irrational. But I did. I thought that way. I fell into that doctrine because that doctrine sounds good. That it feels good to think that, because it's calming, and it's embracing to think, well, the universe as a whole is looking out for me because I'm doing good. So I have this epiphany that no, the universe doesn't care. It doesn't care what you're doing. Actually, it's busy being the universe, from the most minute molecular level up until the most advanced life form. It's just worrying about the existence. So why do you be a good person, and why do you do good things? Because that's who you want to be. Because that's what you want to be. Because that's what you want to do. I'm not a saint, don't get me wrong. I'm not the greatest guy you'll ever meet, probably. I've done a lot of bad in the past. But my life's not dictated by that bad. And in the same way, my life can't necessarily be dictated by the good that I think I do. Nobody owes me anything for doing that. And I know I owe nobody anything for what they do. If I want to reciprocate someone's good deed, I do it because it's the right thing to do. Not because it was done for me. Because if you think about it, if you really do that, if you reciprocate that good deed because it was done to you, it's the same selfish mentality of why wasn't something done for me? You're only doing it because you feel obligated to do it. But if you do it because it's right, because it's what should be done, then there's an inherent value in that can't be stripped, it can't be taken away. You know, I look at why I don't succeed at some things in life. You know, my books will never be bestsellers. Partially because of quality, I understand that. But barring that, if they were of the utmost quality, there's a way you have to pursue that. And I'm not saying that that's negative. I do push these books constantly. I give you the websites and this, and that's not what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with people that push harder than I push. But that desire to push has to be there. And it's not in that realm for me. And then, you know, the podcast has taken up all this time lately, getting it ready, and it may never be a success. But I can say with all honesty, I want the experience. I want to meet the people. But I want to meet the friends that are going to do it with me from time to time and be there with me. And I want to meet the new people. But I want to do it for the experience. That experience far outweighs monetary value than anything like that can bring. Now, there are things that have pursuits in my life that have been for financial gain, and I don't apologize for that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, um, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your passion and converting it into monetary gain. Like, that's the most sensible thing ever, you know. But you've got to at least want to do that. And I haven't found that I want to do that yet. These videos are not going to bring monetary gain. And I thought, you know, if I'd been doing the right thing for the wrong reason for so long, why do I do other things? You know? Why do I do these videos? Do I do these videos for the wrong reason? I'm not selling you anything. You know, when I do the poetry reads, I'm selling you a book. When I do the podcast, I'm selling you the podcast. But when I do these videos, I'm not selling you anything. I'm not offering you anything. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking at that moment in time. And I think alone, I don't know that I can answer that question of why do I do things. But collectively, with a group of 5, 6, 10, 20, maybe 2, however many people sitting down and intelligently thinking about and discussing ideas like that, then maybe I can answer a question like that for myself one day. And self-reflection is a very important tool, and it's worked for me, and it works in a lot of ways. But there's times when it's deficient. There's times when it's lacking in facilitating what you actually need to answer a question. Self-reflection can only go so far. I look at how I communicate with the people I like, the people I respect, the people I admire, that are in my real life. With the exception of 1 or 2, it's mostly electronically. And I think that is why I make these videos. I think that's the true reason why I do this. And this modern age is wonderful. You know, I'm using email and podcasts and text messaging and Messenger and Facebook and Twitter and whatever the other one is. I'm using them as promotional tools. I'm using them to get information out about the podcast or the books or the literary celebration I'm wanting to do. Whatever I'm wanting to do, I'm getting the information out via those things. And they're good. But the void of human conversation and intellectual bonding doesn't translate in that medium at all. So I learned that at the beginning of the day today, I thought I'd done the right thing because I was owed the right thing in return if I did that. And it turns out that's not true. I do the right thing because I feel it's the right thing, and I'm owed nothing in return for it. And if you'd asked me at the beginning of the day why I do these videos, I would have said, I do these videos because I have something to say, and maybe it'll positively impact somebody. And that's a good reason for doing a video. It is. And that can be a reason for this video, but it's not the main reason for this video. The main reason for these videos, now that I reflect on it and think about it, is that lack of intellectual connection with another person when it comes to debating the things that we do. When it comes to processing the need or the desire to do something. I need input for that. It's not an honorable pursuit or anything like that because it's not really supposed to be. It just is what it is. So, I sat here for 20-some minutes. And that's what you get, is it is what it is. But you also get that do the right thing because you want to do the right thing. Not because it means anybody owes you anything. Karma isn't real. The universe owes you nothing. Do the right thing because it's the right thing.